Hello, sisters in sin.
Hello there.
It is I, Brittany.
And me, Kelly.
And this is your favorite dynamic duo of dumbasses, Smut Swap.
We're back.
We're back. We're a week late because I was on vacation. How dare I go to Kansas City for my father outlaw's 50th birthday? You're right, Tony.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I know you were just sitting by the computer holding onto your Spotify. Tony, were we in your Spotify Wrapped?
Oh my gosh. We were on my Spotify Wrapped.
Oh.
Were we on yours?
I didn't have any podcasts on mine because I listened to us on Apple Podcasts and YouTube like a true narcissist.
Got it. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Were we in your Spotify Wrapped? Listeners, let us know. If not, make the change in 2026.
Yeah, and then maybe next year we'll be able to record like a little video.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Like how I was in the top 0.00002% of listeners for my number one band.
It's insane.
It's insane.
But checks out.
Yeah, it does.
Knowing
I
you.
listened to one of their songs 96 times, and it was released in like September. So
funny.
So there's that. Anyway, I am currently reading. I've completely blanked on what it's called.
I know. I had to take screenshots.
It's called The Wrong Heart by Jennifer Hartman. It's about a woman whose husband unexpectedly passes away, but he was an organ donor. And so she thinks that she is speaking to the man who his heart was given to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's, did you not see my response to that?
I told him what you said, and he was like, man.
that Carl. And that's all that I'm reading. I should finish it tonight.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And you?
I am reading, I'm listening to Broken Country by Claire Leslie Hall. Have you heard of it?
No.
Okay, it's on Reese Witherspoon's book club. I have never heard of it, but my sister and I, we listened to a book together a couple weeks ago, and then she wanted us to listen to this one. Mm-hmm. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Makes me angry, but it's good.
That's fine.
I am reading Ghoulgasms, which is by Sarah Goodhead. I will be doing an episode on this. I don't know when it will air, but I will be recording it soon.
It's book number 10?
Yeah, and
Kelly loves it. Kelly loves it.
Her writing is actually really well done, and I'm like, ma'am.
The specific one that Kelly's reading is called
Mom is the Neighborhood Flasher.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So if you are interested, there are going to be different rooms in the Smut Clurb on Fable. Kelly's going to have a room where she talks about this. So feel free to chime in if you've read any of this series.
Yeah, Sarah Goodhead. Good writer. It's a short book. I think I'm like 75% through it.
Good.
And then I'm reading The Troop by Nick Cutter.
I've read that.
My friend Pat. Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Tony knows Pat. He let me borrow this because he knows I like Grady Hendrix, and his writing style is a little bit similar.
It's a little bit more gruesome.
Yeah, it's like a
in
little
my
less
opinion.
like 90s VHS tape. But I'm really enjoying it so far.
Do you find it to be similar to Lord of the Flies, like I told you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One thing about me, I'm always going to read a book if it reminds me of Lord of the Flies.
Yes.
Always.
I love Lord of the Flies. And I could see, I was worried it was going to be super creepy, but it's really not that bad for me.
No, it's just really like graphic.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to the maggot part yet?
I've gotten to the worm part.
Oh, that part.
Yeah.
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 Okay, that's all.
I thought it was going to send me over the edge, but I was just like, oh, this really...
I hated it.
I am doing okay with this.
Hated
and
it.
I can't wait to see where it goes, and I cannot stop thinking about it.
Oh, yeah. See, that's a good sign. That's
I
a
love
good
it.
sign. It was, I think I read it this year.
Yeah, it's like 350 pages. I think I'm a little over the 100-page mark. Part 1 is done. I'm right on part 2.
Yeah, and I am 75% with my book.
Okay.
It took a turn last night, and I was like, "Girl, you need to go to bed. It's 10 o'clock. Just go to sleep. You're not finishing this tonight. Just go to bed."
It's either we're exhausted tomorrow and carry on our journey, or we go to bed.
We're drinking drinks that I bought in Kansas City. I have Lost Trail Sarsaparilla, which is the original root beer, and Kelly has
Lost Trail root beer.
I bought.
Stand by for more on the Alien Dick.
Stand by for Alien Dick. Tony, strap in.
Yes.
You too.
I feel like we were talking about something earlier, and I said I would have a public service announcement. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, was it about my TikTok that I posted that everybody was being mean to me in the comments on?
Yes. So, I mean, we talk about this probably three or four times an episode that we're federal employees.
We do, yeah. So specifically, I work for a branch of the military, and I screen individuals for their job. I get to decide whether or not they get to have their job or if they need to go and get a different job within the military. And so I made a TikTok yesterday.
Just a funny one.
Just a funny one, telling a story about something that happened while I was screening this one applicant. And everybody in the comments were like, why would you even ask that question? It's nobody's business. Just like that. And I just I don't know how to clap back without totally giving away what I actually do.
Yeah, because it's her business. It's literally her job to ask if you have tattoos.
It is my business to know if you have tattoos. If you're coming into my office, okay? I don't tell you how to do your fucking job, bitch. So don't tell me how to do mine.
Exactly.
And if you are going to tell me how to do my job, then you damn well better be signing my paychecks.
Yes.
And until you do, get fucked and stay there.
Yeah. And on that note, I have a small public service announcement on the behalf of, well, this is my opinion. I'm a federal employee. I don't speak on the behalf of any entity or any
Views
contract.
And opinions expressed on this show are not the opinion of the Department of Defense or war, whatever you feel so inclined to call it. For me, it's defense, because who am I at war with? I'm not the military.
Seriously.
Anyway.
But I am a federal employee. I was furloughed, and I have a few comments to make. Brittany can make some comments, some follow-on after this. But when I was at Thanksgiving, I was asked numerous questions that I thought should be public knowledge.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit peeved at some of the questions because a quick Google search or a CNN pop-up would have answered this question for you. But I was asked, this again, Thanksgiving, last week of November, are you back to work? Yes. All federal employees are back at work. And we've been back to work since what? 7th?
10th? 11th? After the week of Veterans Day.
Oh, yeah, it was the 13th.
Everybody came back.
It was the 13th. One, did you get back pay? Yes.
Not that it's any of your goddamn business, but yes, I did.
But I mean, it's everybody's business. It's all online.
Yeah.
All of this can be found.
Publicly available information. Do you have a problem with me getting back paid as a furloughed employee?
But my opinion is this. I was at home for over 40 days dealing with the anguish of not knowing, one, when I was going back to work.
Or two, you were going back to work.
If I was going to have a job to go back to.
Yeah.
And then 3, worrying about the essential employees who were holding the ship afloat.
Which Kelly was furloughed, but I was essential. So I showed up to work every single day.
Right.
And I didn't get paid for 43 days.
Yeah. I had 5 people doing the work of 30 that I was sitting at home fielding calls from.
Which she wasn't supposed to be doing.
But I'm friends with these people, so if they called and wanted to complain or ask questions,
I'm gonna help.
I'm gonna fucking help.
I know people were coming in to work and logging into their computers so that they wouldn't lose their accesses, which also wasn't supposed to be a thing.
Right. But we were all concerned we're gonna go back and not be able to get on anything.
Show. Now, I specifically work with military. I watched the military counterparts to the civilian staff literally want to gouge their fucking eyes out because they were having to do work of the government employees that worked in their offices. And I don't know. I was just like, man, everybody needs to shut the fuck up if you don't know what you're talking about.
Right. But yes, so we're back at work.
Yeah.
We got back pay.
Yep.
We did not get a fucking bonus of $10,000. Only less than 8,000 people got a bonus, and they are air traffic controllers.
Which we are not. And yeah, I was still essential. Maybe not as essential as an air traffic controller, but I still showed up to work every day.
Yeah, she was still there.
And yes, the military did get paid on their paydays. I don't know where that money came from, nor do I understand how there was money to ship people to boot camps during the furlough. But alas, I digress. My friend's husband's orders haven't been executed because the shutdown delayed him. So
yeah. And then for me, being off and being back at work, I'm still cleaning up.
Yeah, I bet.
I have such a shitstorm of stuff. I go to work. I get as much done in these 8 hours. And it's still the stress of knowing what's going to be there the next day. It's not all fun and games.
It's not. And so that's why our TikTok has been barren, because Kelly was taking care of that while she was furloughed. And now that she's back, we don't have time to do anything else.
It'll change, though.
Yeah, it'll change because you're going to share this with your friends so that we can get lots of followers so that this can become our job, right?
All right, we'll get off our soapbox
now. Off our soapbox.
I've just been frustrated with stupid-ass questions at a quick Google search.
This is a podcast about smut, not politics. But anyway,
sorry. Let's get to alien dick.
Now on to the... alien dick. Okay, here we go. The book that I read was very highly recommended to me by several people on my YouTube channel.
Not a channel, it's a channel.
A long time ago when I still was pretty active on my YouTube, someone recommended that I read Ice Planet Barbarians, and I finally did it. So I just read the first one, and it was pretty short, and it was broken into like 4 parts. Maybe more parts, but... Some parts, not chapters. So we are going to open up, and I'm not going to give content warnings until the end, and then I'll post them over into the front.
Oh, gosh. All right.
In editing, because it's important that we go into this blind. But then in case you don't want to go into this blind, there will be content warnings for those of you who... Content warnings, abduction, survival situations, and food shortages... Rape of a side character by a bad guy alien. Hero intro features dubious consent and surprise pregnancy. Anyway, Georgie didn't believe in aliens until she was abducted.
Ooh, that'll do it.
That'll do it. We're opening with Georgie waking up to see these little green guys standing over her. She tries to cry out for help, but the green boys drug her, so she ends up passing out. When she comes to again, the green boys are nowhere near her, and she seems to be alone, except for the 8 other women who are sleeping near her in this cell. She's pretty lethargic still. What's so funny?
Have you seen the Saturday Night Live when the lady gets abducted, and it's like the interview for after the abduction? Mm-mm. Oh my God, I'm going to have to send it to you.
She's going to send it to me, and then I will try to remember to post it. When was it?
They've been airing off and on. Like, it's a skit that they tend to go back to. Hold on. Sorry,
okay, she's going to find it. And while she does that, I'm going to ask her if you saw anything from this weekend's SNL where they brought Colin Jost out as Pete Hegseth.
No.
Oh, my God.
He's perfect for that.
Literally perfect. He is so funny. I love when Colin is in skits, like, because he's never in skits.
Oh, you're right. He just does the weekend update.
And when he's in skits, I'm like, yes, they let Colin out.
That's hilarious. But it's called Close Encounter.
No, I'll have to watch.
This doesn't look familiar?
No.
Oh.
I'll have to watch.
You will cry. I'm going to find you the funniest one.
Is Kristen Wiig in it?
Kristen Wiig is not, but
Damn,
it is...
she's funny.
What is her name? Kate McKinnon.
Oh, I love her too.
She's always the one that was abducted, and it's like... This other people will be abducted as well, but she gets like the shitty treatment.
This is from when Cecily was still on.
Was that her?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I haven't seen it, but
sorry,
that I can recall. We digress. Tony, sorry,
Tony.
Back onto it. So
Tony knows what we're talking
about. So, she comes to, and there's a whole bunch of other women sleeping in their cell next to her, and she's still pretty lethargic, but she's trying to muster up some energy to scream when this girl whispers to her that she has to remain calm. Oh. And I'm like, oh, okay. So Liz...
Stay calm and take it.
Just stay calm and take this alien dick. Liz introduces herself as the girl who whispers. She tells Georgie that all the girls in this cell are in the same boat. They're single, 22, not pregnant, no family nearby to notice that they're missing.
They're all 22?
Mm-hmm. Liz seems to think that they've been abducted to be sold off. Alien human trafficking. She tells Georgie that She tells Georgie that one of the girls has been with the little green guys for about 2 months, and she's the only one who can understand them because they stapled a translator to her ear. Come here. Georgie's frightened, obviously, but somehow manages to go back to sleep. I think it's the lingering drugs in her system. When she wakes up, we learn exactly why she was warned to be silent. There are 2 types of aliens on this vessel. There's the little green guys and the kind that Georgie calls basketball heads. That's due to their skin being of similar nature to basketballs.
Okay.
The basketball heads act as like these security guard type dudes. Mm-hmm. So the girls are all huddled in this corner of their cell when basketball head brings in a new girl, and she has red hair. She's obviously drugged and sleeping. When she wakes up, she starts screaming, and that's when the basketball heads strap her down to a table and proceed to assault her.
Sexually?
Sexually.
Okay.
And I put sexually in parentheses.
I'm like, are
Sorry.
they smacking her
It's
around
not-
or are they
It's not
tapping her
funny. It's
tatas?
serious.
Oh, sorry.
They are penetrating her.
God.
Sorry. Liz tells Georgie that the basketball heads were given instructions to discipline however they see fit. Georgie notices one girl crying into her hands and assumes that this is Kira, which is the girl that has that translator stapled to her ear. She sees another girl who has this vacant look in her eyes, and she's like, I wonder if that girl was also assaulted.
She looks like she's seen something.
She's either been assaulted or she's been around long enough to see multiple girls get assaulted. Liz, Georgie, and Kira are trying to come up with an escape plan, but Kira's hesitant because she knows what will happen to them if they misbehave. Eventually, they decide on using one girl as a distraction to overtake the orange guys and steal their guns so that they can overpower the green guys and convince them to take the girls back to Earth.
Solid plan.
Logic. Georgie volunteers as tribute to be the distraction. They all agree that Kira must be kept safe at all costs since she's the only one that they have to translate. When it's time to put the plan in motion, it seems as though the guard is distracted. Kira says something about offloading cargo, which they think is the women. And Georgie's like, okay, well, now's as good of a time as any to get this plan rolling. There's only one guard here instead of the usual two, so let's do it. She starts yelling at him, but he doesn't come to her, so she hawk tuas a loogie at him, which sets the rest of the plan into motion.
All right.
And yes, I did put hawk tua in my notes.
As you should.
As I should. The gals were supposed to close ranks on Georgie, but they're far too scared to do that, so she's standing alone with a bucket of shit that she intends to sling on him when Kira tells them they're being offloaded. So she literally picks up the bucket that they're supposed to defecate in, and she intends to, just dump it on him.
I'll get him with this.
I'll get him with the shit water. Georgie doesn't successfully sling the shit, but she does get the alien's gun, which she uses to, it's not alcoholic, I promise, which she uses
Wink, wink.
to bash his head completely in once they've regained gravity, because they lose gravity when they're offloading.
Oh, okay.
Upon which time she promptly barfs. They end up having some issues that cause gravity to almost flicker in and out, and she ends up bashing her head on the wall and loses consciousness. As it turns out, the vessel has crash landed somewhere cold.
Oh, no.
There is a scrape in the hull of their ship, which is letting in gusts of cold air. 2 women ended up dying from breaking their necks, and many more are injured, which includes Georgie, who has either severely sprained or broken her wrist. They search for rations, end up finding these seaweed bars that the aliens have been feeding them, which seems like is enough to last them for at least a week. Same with the water supply that they found. At this point, Georgie's like, maybe we should explore the land, but mostly everyone's too scared or too severely injured to be able to leave the vessel. Liz tells Georgie that she's basically the leader and she's the one who has to go out and explore. So Georgie's like, I'm going to take my broken wrist ass and get out here, exploring this barren land.
On it.
So they strip the deceased alien that Georgie bashed his head in, that guy. They strip him of his clothing to keep Georgie warm, as when she was abducted, she was wearing a skimpy sleep set, which is absolutely not appropriate for exploring an ice planet.
That just won't do.
It just won't do. Braless,
Titties hanging out.
One titty hanging out of her lace cami. When she gets outside, her hope of them being on Earth deflates because she looks up and there are 2 suns in the sky. And she's like, well, I guess we're not in Montana.
Far from home.
We're far from home. So she explores the region and comes to what appears to be a waterway surrounded by trees.
So there's air.
There
she
is
can
air.
breathe.
There is
Okay,
air.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. She touches one of the trees only to realize it's about... Oh, I'm sorry. She touches one of the trees only to realize that it's the snout of this alien fish that tries to eat her. So she screams and runs back to the ship, or tries to. On her way, she's caught by a snare, and she's then dangling. Oh, and as she's dangling there, her body fully gives up, and she passes out again. And then we switch over.
Stay awake.
Then we switch over from Georgie's perspective to a man. His name is Vectel.
Not to be confused with rectal.
Kelly.
Just had to put that out there. I need to move my root beer.
Get your beer closer to you.
My beer.
How else are we supposed to toast to Daly and Dick?
Daily and dick.
Vectel finds Georgie and he cuts her down. He's furious. He's not furious. He's curious about her. but mostly because listen, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is how I'm going to say it. His quee, not his queef, his quee tells him that this is his mate.
What's a quee? Q-U-I?
K-H-U-I. Quee. That's how I think it's said.
Tony.
Ice Planet Barbarian lovers, let us know. Tony, we know you've read this 78-part series. Let us know.
70.
There's like
Jesus Christ.
Google how many books there are in the Ice Planet Barbarian series. I'm not joking. It's so many. So Vectel gets Georgie down, and then he sprints with her in his arms to these hunting caves where he inspects her more thoroughly, deciding she does not have a quee and must be treated as a child. Did you find the answer?
I should just say how many.
Yeah, you should.
How many books in the Ice Planet Barbarian series? 21.
That's a lie. It's like 78.
Really?
Yeah, it's so many. I'm just joking. It might only be 21, but that's still a lot.
It does say the universe is well over 30 books.
That's still a lot.
That's crazy.
So anyway, she doesn't have a quee. She has to be treated like a child.
Okay.
So he builds her a fire and removes all of her clothing to continue inspecting her. As he's perusing her body, laughing at the tiny tuft of hair between her thighs.
What is that?
What is that? Her legs fall open and her scent fills his nostrils.
Is he like a humanoid creature? Does it say? He's a barbarian, actually.
He's a barbarian. So he groans as his stick hardens before he buries his face between her legs
Sir!
to have a little taste of her.
She's
unconscious!
He's out!
He was overcome with the need to mate.
You're not going to mate with your mouth.
Well...
Okay.
Well,
Oh,
so our lady thinks she's having a wet dream when she starts to regain consciousness. She loves what this alien is doing to her, so when he pulls his head away, she goes to grab onto him and encounters horns. And that's when she's like, oh my god, I'm not dreaming.
Where the fuck am I?
She opens her eyes and sees this not human man and recognizes the furs he's wearing from right before she passed out. I highlighted a passage in the book and I put it in my notes because I wanted to make sure that I said this. What she says when she looks like in her head, what she says is, it wasn't a monster come to eat me. It was this monster who's come to eat me out.
Oh my gosh. It's pure poetry.
Wow. Tony, are you listening? You should read this book. The rest of this segment is dedicating to describing Vectel, learning about her clit.
Okay.
Aren't you so happy you do this podcast with me?
I love it so much.
Bearing in mind they don't speak the same language, so he's reading her body language.
She's like, good.
After she climaxes, harder than ever, he flips her onto her stomach, and she says she knows what's happening next, so she kicks him in the chest, which she describes as like kicking iron. And then we flash over to part 2, which is in Vectel's perspective.
Part 2 already.
Yeah. In the first segment of part 2, we have Georgie and Vectel failing to communicate with each other. Their frustration is evident with each other. Vectel is convinced that he just has to get Georgie her quee and she'll be back to normal. The only progress we make is Georgie getting Vectel to say her name. Moving on, we have more inability to communicate. This time, Vectel gives Georgie some food. She bites into it, and her body immediately revolts. She describes it as a mealy jalapeno and hands it back to him. He thinks she can't eat because she's injured, and she's like, no, it's because your food's trash.
Your food is absolute garbage.
Absolute garbage. Eventually, he gets her to settle into the white furs he was wearing and rest for the night. They end up leaving their cave the next morning. Georgie wakes to her body warmed by Vectel's suede-like skin. When they exit the caves, he gestures for her to climb on his back, and then he starts sprinting through the snow with ease. She stops him, gestures up the hill because she wants to go back to the other women, but he's like, you have to eat. Well, he indicates that she has to eat because they still don't understand each other. She agrees, thinking that maybe once she's had sustenance, she will convince him to go back up the hill. So he hunts for her and ends up taking out some form of rodent, which he tries to get her to eat. She's like, you have to cook it first. Again, we're still miming at this point.
Okay.
And he tells her he will burn it for her later. It's important that she eats, and then basically forces her to eat this raw meat.
Ew. I know it's fake, but ew.
Yeah. He is offended that she doesn't want to eat the organs. And he's like, it's a delicacy. It's the best part. She doesn't want to eat the organs. I saved that for her.
Gosh.
They make their way to water because she indicates she's thirsty, and as she runs to it, he snatches her back. There's a danger in the water that he wards away using these berries. I don't know. Okay, it's fiction.
Okay.
They go back and forth. when he washes his face, and he tells her in his language that she can use the berries also to wash. And she's like, She keeps saying wash and gesturing to herself. So he takes this to mean that she wants him to wash her. They both strip down, and she stares at his naked form. He takes this as her way of encouraging the mating. Gosh. Okay, Vectel, calm down. She stares at his stick and gives us a detailed description of it. It's got ridges. He has ridges all over his body, including on his nose, and a horn at the base of his wiener. She says it's blunted.
Okay.
Okay, I guess that means like
where the balls are?
I think on the top.
Oh.
So
watch us on YouTube just so we can figure this out.
Yeah. So, okay. So I thought of it as like when they're doing it, it would like simulate her clitoris. You know.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So it's ribbed and beaded for her pleasure.
Yeah.
Got it.
All right. So he ends up helping her wash using the berries. The same ones as before. The ones, that he used to ward off those alien fish as soap.
They're multi-purpose.
Yeah. She's like, I'm going to seduce him and convince him to take me back up the mountain. So she kisses him and giggles over the fact that this seems to confuse him.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So they set off toward the mountain with her on his shoulders and promises of sexual favors in the air. They don't make it all the way to the top. He points out Georgie's frozen face, indicating that they should stop for the night. So she ends up storming off and ends up falling down a cliff while he yells her name from afar. When she hits the bottom of the slope, she sees about 15 sets of eyes just staring at her.
Oh, creepy. Pause for sassafras.
Pause for root beer. She tells us that she's basically staring at these aliens that are like yetis almost. She's fallen through a hole in the snow and into their den, which Vectel's freaking out above her, trying to get to her, but she thinks that these puppy-esque aliens are harmless until she goes to touch one. They snarl at her and pull her hair before Vectel's able to get down to her. As he climbs down, he's growling at these creatures and pulling out knives, just from everywhere off of his body. They manage to scare them back, and he scoops Georgie up to leave. One grabs her hair again, but it's dead before it hits the ground. She's so frustrated at herself when they get back out into the snow that she wants to scream or cry. She does neither until Vectel walks away, and then she cries silently to herself. Aww. He's obviously found them safety for the night in the form of another cave. In the cave, he builds a new fire, cooks that little rodent thing from earlier for her, burns it for her, rather. He tells her that she has to stay in the cave while he goes out to look for more kindling for the fire, and she asks him for one of his knives. He also creates a little splint for her injured wrists out of one of his knives.
That's nice.
Yeah. When he comes back, she's asleep, but she wakes up, and then they go over like different words for things in the cave. Georgie seems to be trying to learn his language, is what it appears. They end up going over body parts, and Georgie has no issue touching Vectel all over, but he does stop her while she's tracing his cheek because a stick is so hard he may blow his load if she goes any lower.
Okay.
He tells us that he's a millimeter away from throwing her on the furs and fucking her until she screams. He also promises that he'll take her up the mountain tomorrow. Once again. Okay.
Okay. They're communicating this somehow.
She tries to flirt with him a little, but it seems like he's rejecting her. She goes to kiss him again, but he backs away. She tells him kiss, and before long, they end up making out. As they kiss, articles of clothing are being removed until they're both topless and feeling each other up. She tries to...
Does he have titties as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got those man pecs. So
his rock hard pecs.
His rock hard pecs with ridges, probably. She tries to undo his pants, but struggles, so he ends up assisting her. Now they're both fully naked and exploring each other's bodies. He does practically throw her onto the furs before going down on her yet again. She's begging him to get inside her, but he doesn't understand. But he does stick his tongue in her coos.
Right in her coos.
She climaxes a million times from this, and then he finally fucks her, and they continue to orgasm. It's like a continuous, like they just keep
going. She
says, quote, "It's a good thing you can't get me pregnant," as they go for round 2. Subtle foreshadowing.
I'm like, how does she know the anatomy of this barbarian,
this alien man? Okay, so he goes out to check his hunting tracks. Kill myself. He goes out to check his hunting traps in the morning while Georgie dresses. He told her he would take her up the mountain today, and she's ready to go.
She's like, let's get this fucking show on the road.
She's like, those girls might be dead at this point. As he's walking, he finds a frozen foot very similar to Georgie's and realizes that she wanted to get back up the mountain because she was not alone. So one of the women snuck out of the ship and froze to death in the snow.
She's got to get back to her key.
Yeah. So they find 5 of the girls still alive in the vessel. Kira is one of them, so she's able to translate what Vectel's saying. Everyone teases Georgie about it taking her forever to come back because she was getting some alien nookie.
They're like, girl.
They're like, okay, get it, girl.
Priorities, though.
We're freezing to death, living off of seaweed bars, but get that dick. She asks Vectel for a fire, who tells Kira there's no wood, so he'll have to go back down the mountain. And she's like, okay, yeah, nodding at him. Before he goes, he tells the girls to keep his mate safe. So he hunts and gathers for the women, thinking of how they could possibly be the salvation for his tribe of people. And if you're wondering why that may be, I'm going to tell you that it's because there are 5 women in this ship for 20 unmated males of his tribe. So surely they could pair off.
Wow. It could work.
It could work. They, I think, only have like a couple of female aliens in their tribe. Okay. When he comes back, he does start the fire, burns the kill for the 3 girls, or for the girls, not the 3 girls, because there are 6 of them. One of them has a death rattle cough. Georgie asks for medicine. He says she has the quease sickness. And I was like, what is that?
What does it mean?
Golly. He's trying to feed Georgie the most as they sit down for their meal. No one knows what the quee is, so Georgie tells the sick girl that eating will help her. He huffs when Georgie passes her food to the others, and one of them tells her that he wants to feed her. So she should let him. If he wants to feed you, you should let him.
It's probably some weird mating thing.
Probably.
Like it means they're married.
He wants to feed her because it's his priority to take care of her.
Oh.
He doesn't give a fuck about these other women. They're not his woman.
So romantic.
Sorry. Once they've had their fill, Liz and Georgie end up talking. Georgie kind of passes off her relationship with Vectel as survival, then feels guilty because she knows it's more. And I'm like, it's been 3 days. Literally 3.
Let's calm down.
Calm down.
And you're stranded on a planet.
Do you have Stockholm Syndrome?
Already?
All right. So they talk about Dominique, and that is the girl who fled the ship the same night that Georgie left. Georgie's like, well, that's whose body I must have found. Dominique is the redhead who was assaulted in the very beginning of this book. So
Wasn't that just her foot they found?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm sure that the rest of her was buried in the snow.
Okay. Got it.
The ladies all settle in for the night. Vectel's displeased when they take all of Georgie's blankets. Kira ends up giving up hers for Georgie and then goes off to cuddle another girl. He pulls her away to a dark corner far enough away to get some privacy. The girls call out things like, "Get it, girlfriend," and "Keep it down. We're trying to sleep," as they wander off to their little area.
It's like 2 dogs looking out of a water bowl over there.
What?
We told that story on our first episode.
We did.
Go back and listen.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Once they're settled, he starts making out with her. Literally, like 2 dogs licking on a water bowl over there. She's pretty into it, but then one of the girls whispers, "I think they're doing it." And Georgie's like, "I'm too embarrassed to keep this up." She tells him no and seems disappointed, but he like doesn't force anything. And I was like, yes, points for the alien man.
Yay.
Green
flag.
The next morning, he and Georgie leave the girls with promises that they will return with others from Vectel's tribe to bring the women to safety. We learn that Vectel is the chief of his tribe as well, because why wouldn't he be? He takes her to what he calls the Cave of the Elders. And before he can even think of building a fire, Georgie has piled up the wood, telling him she wants to learn. Then they are all over each other. He makes quick, sweet love to her in this cave.
The Cave of Wonders.
In the Cave of the Elders. When they're done, she notices this like light flickering in the cave. Vectel keeps calling them stars, and then Georgie's like, "What the fuck? We're in a spaceship." Okay? Are you keeping up?
Oh, okay.
Are you keeping up?
Kind of.
She manages to defrost the spaceship's control panel enough to press a button. Actually, she debates where to push said button for several minutes before she actually does it. Once she presses the button, she's able to talk with this AI system. AI. Oh my God. It's taking over everything. Who tells her that Vectel's tribe crashed here almost 300 years ago and they are not actually native to the planet that they're on.
Oh.
The AI explains that in order to survive on this planet, she must be implanted with a Qui because there is a gas in the air that will kill her in 8 days otherwise. It's fatal to both humans and Sock. That's Vectel's,
His type.
So it's fatal to both humans and Vectel's type alike. The AI then offers to upload Vectel's language into Georgie's mind, and she's like, yes, please do that. I would love to communicate with this man.
That would be grand.
That'd be grand if I could just know, I could tell him that kissing is actually mating with your mouth. They're able to talk to each other for the first time, and Vectel explains that she must have the Qui or she will die. She tells him she just wants a choice in what her future will be. They agree to go gather up his best hunters to save the girls, and then she will decide what to do, bearing in mind that if it kills her in 8 days, she only has 5 left. She meets one of Vectel's tribe as they approach the caves. He is curious about Georgie and excited about the prospect of more human females because of the possibility for them to mate. Once they make it to the common area, everyone stares, and one of the children calls out how ugly Georgie is.
Oh my gosh.
Cue a romantic speech from Vectel about how gorgeous he finds Georgie. Then he calls on the healer to help Georgie while he meets with the hunters to formulate a plan to go help the humans. Georgie and the healer talk while she works, and Georgie learns that Vectel and this healer used to roll around in the furs together.
Not the furs.
She's jealous and then feels kind of bad because of the way the healer describes finding one's mate. She decides she's definitely giving Vectel a handy tonight.
You know what?
You know what?
For that?
Hand job.
Hand job.
You deserve it. So he gets the men all together and tells them a little about Georgie and her anatomy, i.e. her third nipple and fur between her legs. That's what he calls it.
I was like, wait, did I miss something?
No, her third nipple.
Okay.
And fur. Tuft of fur.
Her little fur.
So do you think that she meant like a landing strip or like a triangle?
It's like
Just
a full 70s bush, I think.
Full bush.
Full bush.
Covering her third nipple.
It's in the shape of, it's in a V now. She has carved it into the letter of Victor's name.
Yeah, it's like a bubble letter V.
Yes.
Okay, so he gets all the men together. We already talked about this. He makes his way back to his cave where Georgie gives him that handy she's been thinking about all day, which leads to a little BJ action, which ends with them doing the damn nasty and her coming at record speed.
Okay. Let's get it.
It must be that nub that he has, that horn, that blunted horn.
And the ribbedness.
And the ribbed. So he finally tells her that his Qui resonated to her because she's a fertile
Myrtle.
He didn't have to like be like, spread him. Let me look inside you. He's not like Caspian. He's able to just tell because his Qui tells him.
What the fuck?
That's Qui. Okay, so that's when she realizes that she's missed her period.
Ow! Come on.
This book can make plot holes.
Do we need to explain?
Because it kills you in 8 days.
The cycle of a woman.
Maybe it's different.
28 days. Are the two suns messing up your cycle? How many moons are there?
12.
How are the tides on this planet?
How are the tides? They're not.
Tides.
Anyway, she's missed her period.
God bless America.
3 days on this planet and she's already missed her period. Anyway, the rescue crew.
We digress.
Back to it. Sorry for the tangent, Tony. The rescue crew makes their way back to the spaceship, and a few of the aliens learn English via the brain zapping technology from earlier.
Of course
When they make it to the girls, they're clearly not doing well. To the girls. The girls aren't doing well, that is. As Georgie and the gang feed and water these bitches, Georgie hears the telltale sounds of a few men resonating with these women. She yells at them, and no one confesses who has done it. So basically, the resonation of the Qui, it's like a rattling sound in their chest. So
the men's chest?
Yeah. So she thought that Vectel was growling at her, but it was actually his Qui resonating to her.
Oh, like an essence. Or his heart is growing 3 sizes.
There's no vibraclaw in here, and I'm so disappointed. Anyway, she's like,
love that vibraclaw.
Who's resonating? And it's like that. Oh my God, I gotta make another TikTok when he resonates to you. Oh my God. Okay, that's
love
next.
it.
That's
I
next. That's next. Okay, sorry. We digress again. Sorry, Tony. We're really spiraling out. We're on page 12 of 14 of my notes.
Oh my gosh. It's okay.
Anyway.
Did that one girl with the death rattle? Did she?
She didn't succumb to the death rattle yet.
Yeah, I know. I thought there was no coming back from that.
I know. Anyway.
That's what TikTok taught me.
Yeah. Me too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, eventually Georgie asks Vectel to clear the room because the girls are a little weary of their rescuers. This gives them time to decide whether they will stay here or try to return home to Earth. No one really seems opposed to staying on this planet. Georgie confesses that she's pregnant. Girls don't seem to mind that they will also likely be asked to have children for these aliens. They only seem weirded out by the Quee. Okay?
Really? It's not the
nub dick?
Or the 4 days that you've been here and she already knows she is with child?
Literally. And I wonder if she's actually pregnant for 9 months on this planet or if
it's like Twilight and it's like
3 days.
Yeah, and you're passed out for all of them.
You have to drink blood the whole time. Anyway, Georgie tells the girls that Vectel doesn't know that there are actually 11 women on board because I forgot to mention that there are some others that are like in these sleep chambers sleeping. So they like slept through the whole crash and all that. And
they were not penetrated as punishment.
They were not. And they all joke about how it's about to be Christmas up in here for these men. Surprise!
Open me up.
Here's my coup with my third nipple and my 70s bush. She tells Vectel they voted and they'll be staying. Then breaks the bad news of the extra women. And he is overjoyed that 1, they're going to stay, and 2, there are 11 women instead of 6.
There are more of us.
Georgie and her gang of gals are to be his tribe's salvation.
Gosh.
They wake the other women, who are understandably terrified, and talk them through the situation. Vectel's hunters return, telling him they've spotted the beast they harvest Quee from nearby, and tomorrow they can take the humans to get to it to get their Quees. Liz butts in that not everyone is sold on this idea. And it's like, well, hey, girl, if you don't take it, you're going to die.
The ladies who are woken up, they're like, wait, what?
Wait, we have to do what?
What?
You voted? You voted? Yeah, we weren't included.
We were passed the fuck out.
Oh, my gosh. Then Kira, like, as they're, like, arguing, Kira slumps over, and this whining sound is heard, and she has this red light, like, blinking under her skin, and she tells them that the other aliens are coming back, and they have to leave.
Okay. Is she the one with the translator?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they make their way toward where the Quee beast was, with some of the men having to carry the women because they're so weak. Suddenly, the ground starts shaking. Vectel tells Georgie to get the women to safety of the pink trees that are nearby. She watches as these men bring the beast down, Vectel, of course, delivering the killing blow.
Is it a big beast?
Yeah, it shakes the ground when it runs, Kelly.
Oh, what does it look like?
I don't remember.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Use your imagination.
What matters is that he cuts it open and guts it like a deer.
Gets all that Quee out of there.
He has to get to the heart, which is where the Quee is housed.
Oh.
He holds one in his hand for Georgie, who's suddenly feeling, a little nervous, maybe having second thoughts. He offers to cut into her neck for her, and then the Quee is burrowing into her. She blacks out again. Stay conscious.
Come on.
It's not hard. When she comes to, she's absolutely horned up for her mans. He takes her far enough away that no one will come to save her when she screams from pleasure.
Okay.
Mid-thrust, doggy style, with his extra cock knob banging into her asshole.
That's very vivid.
What a sentence. What a sentence to type into my phone. So, mid-thrust, they see the original spaceship hovering, looking for them.
She's just like
banging into her asshole.
She's like, what's that?
What's that? Well, it like hovers briefly looking for the women before it flies off quickly. And she knows that this is the start of forever between her and Vectel. Okay, so the content warnings.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, the end.
She doesn't give birth in this episode or anything. The end.
Okay.
Cheers to Alien Dick. Content warnings, abduction, survival situations and food shortages, rape of a side character by a bad guy alien. Hero intro features dubious consent and surprise pregnancy. So it wasn't that bad.
I almost wish you would have read those first. I would have been like, what? Would have been like those ladies woken up not being able to vote.
They were like, surprise, women's suffrage doesn't exist for you. So I didn't think it was that bad of a book. It was like pretty well written, despite the plot hole of her like being like, we've been here for 3 days and I know I'm pregnant.
Despite the accidental pregnancy.
Yeah, so 3 out of 5, and then a 5 out of 10 for the horniness scale. I think that I need to read something like Vile Boys again.
You've been on this fantasy.
I have.
Right.
I have.
I love it.
But I think that I need to go back to my roots and read something just ridiculous.
All right. And then after that, we'll introduce you to Akatar.
I shan't be reading that. I'm waiting for the next part of Shield of Sparrows to come out, and I'm waiting for the next book in Silver Elite to come out, and that is the extent of my fantasy divings.
Makes sense.
Okay, so here's some housekeeping items. Number 1, you can follow us on TikTok. I am hilarious on there.
She really is.
Make sure that you share with your friends, because when Kelly and I hit 500 followers on TikTok, we will be doing another giveaway of something. You can follow our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
Seriously, just search Smut Swap on all of the things and you'll see us.
You'll see our dumb faces.
Yes.
You can join the Smut Clurb on Fable. We are reading The Right Move by Liz Tomford, which is Windy City number 2. We got a bunch of new followers in there.
Yeah, and we might be doing a live episode of that when we record.
We're going to do live for Hat Trick.
Okay.
Yep. So we're going to do a live recording of Hat Trick. That will be our next episode.
Got
so
it.
you'll have to come over to my house on a Sunday so we can.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
My kids will be gone for 2 weeks, so I have
Plenty of time.
time.
Cool. Excellent. Maybe we can record one of yours too, like a batch record day.
Yeah.
That'd be good. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to go have dinner and have a little Smut Swap meeting. Talking about making this dream a reality in 2026. Also, if you've made it to the end, leave us an emoji. I would like you to leave the little alien emoji in a comment because that's really fun. And also recommend books for us. We're trying to build out our 2026 TBRs for episodes to cover for books on this podcast. We want to read what you want to hear us talk about and make jokes about.
Yes.
So leave us a comment or else.
And we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.